OpenAI has announced their new web crawler known as GPTBots. And essentially what this is going to do is crawl the web for information that is going to later use to train their AI systems. Now, what does this mean? Well, in my own thoughts, it seems like this is the next step in order to achieve GPT-5 level AI. Now, here is essentially the usage from their official websites. Web crawl pages with GPT bots will potentially be used to improve their future models and are filtered to remove sources that require paywall access, are known to gather personal identifiable information, or have text that violates our policies. And essentially, allowing GPT bot to access your sites can help AI models become more accurate and improve their general capabilities and safety. Now, short summary means that essentially fair use public domain information, it's probably going to go ahead and look at that data. Now, depending on your sites, or if you simply have friends or simply do not want your information on your website to be crawled by this GPT bot, they have instructions showcasing simply how to disallow this. Now, in order to disallow this from your websites to prevent them from accessing the information, simply add this code into your robots.txt file. Now, for programmers, coders out there, this is quite a simple task. However, if you are utilizing a website builder or software that does not input code directly, then you most likely will have to add this somewhere on your settings or your dashboard side, or simply can contact the support of the company you are using. So what does this mean for the future of ChatGPT? Well, as of right now, GPT 3.5 as well as GPT 4 still cannot access the most recent information. If you were to simply go ahead and say, tell me the news today, it's going to tell you that it cannot access information after September of 2021. That means that other competitors right now in the space, such as Google Bard, will always beat them in terms of recent information because Google can access directly from the web. Now, another thing that people have mentioned regarding GPT, specifically the information that it gives you, typically does not give any sort of citation or any sort of reference to some of the information that is created. So sometimes, for example, you ask it a prompt and it essentially gives you information that you cannot find anywhere online, and it simply could be inaccurate, but there's no way to cross-reference that. So, for example, let's say, tell me an interesting fact about Antarctica, and let me make sure I spell this with Antarctica and cite the source of where you got your information. So a simple thing such as this. Now here is the response. It essentially showcases some information regarding Antarctica, and then it links this website here. And again, it still reminds you it cannot showcase past September 2021. So one, it does showcase a link, but what happens when I do click on this link is, look, take a look at this. It looks like it is the main website or main page of a website that references Antarctica in some words. But if I were to simply go ahead and try to find exactly what it stated, it doesn't show me an exact blog post or a link. And just from this general overview, it's quite difficult to figure out where did that information come from. And again, the third step is that this is clearly not up to date. So for GPT-5, for example, if you want to achieve the AGI, the human-like intelligence, it needs to know what is currently going on. It cannot achieve that with outdated information. Two is the information as of right now for a lot of things that obviously aren't as popular. Antarctica is something that is quite common that people can search up, and there's a lot of information. But if you were to look up stuff that is much older or simply more complicated to find information on, there's no way to guarantee the accuracy of this information. So that is some of the key points that many people have posted about regarding the accuracy of ChatGPT, that once they have those fixed up and added, then it definitely will be a much more powerful tool to utilize in whichever way you need to. And now, just for comparison, here I am on Google Bards. Let's try that exact prompt. Paste it in right here, Antarctica. And let's see what Google Bard comes up with. So here a list of view sources. So let's actually go ahead and copy this in. Did notice I forgot my C on Antarctica, but it still manages to figure out what I was asking. And here we can see direct website link. Antarctica is the only continent with no permanent human habitation, and then it lists additional details here. And this goes directly straight to an article on this website that talks specifically about Antarctica and the facts. So you can see right away from first attempts, here we can see literal numbers, some data points, degrees, etc. So you can see right away why recency, and in addition, the source of the actual information is key, because now we can actually cross-check this for accuracy. And that is a big thing that GPT-5, or literally whatever 4.5, whatever OpenAI decides to name the next version, needs to update with, or else these other AI competitors are simply going to surpass them. And for some of you, if you're not updated with the latest AI news, you might be wondering, why do I keep referencing GPT-5? Well, here I am on the US Trademark and Patent Office website, and simply you can search here. This is on the basic trademark search, and take it out. When you type this in, GPT-5 shows up, and this was filed again by OpenAI, which I already made a previous video covering everything about this, and this was July of 18, 2023. So right now, only a few weeks since they filed, and essentially that is what everyone has been talking about, the hype, because if they're gonna file for this trademark, then obviously there is potential for them to update and essentially create what everybody is predicting GPT-5 to be. So going back to ChatGPT, their new web crawler bots is definitely a big step in terms of the data that they're about to get trained on. So only time will tell. We'll see if it can do what it states, and hopefully we might be able to see GPT-5 by the end of the year. If not, we'll wait and see until they make an official announcement. Who knows when it'll happen. But definitely share your thoughts on when you think GPT-5 will be released, whether it be this year or next year or the next, who knows, 4 or 5 years. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you managed to make it this far in the video and you want to see the latest and greatest updates in the AI and tech space, be sure to sign up for our newsletter. We'll send out weekly summaries every single week, highlighting and showcasing the best news and updates in the AI space, saving you hours of time and research sent directly to your inbox. So go ahead and click the link in the description and sign up right below with your best email, and I'll see you in the next video.